Chapter 12, Episode 7. The girls, including Mrs. Prescott, had to attend to important business matters before their appearance on the beach. Shopping. Susanna didn't have any summer clothes with her. She needed a bikini, which would likely shock her mother, a beach robe, sandals, and a summer dress for the evening meal. Mrs. Prescott insisted on paying. Sarah assured Suzanna already on the family jet that Suzanna was their guest. Her father could write all the costs off as a business expense. Susanna paid for the fresh fruit drinks they had after they had finished shopping. Susanna was fascinated with Sarah's mother. Impenetrable. A living version of a goddess. She looked powerful, like the powerful Cleopatra. Around Sarah, she was more like an older sister than a mother. Susanna knew she was visiting with an unusual family. She wasn't sure how unusual. If there was such a thing as royalty, then Susanna could believe she was supping freshly prepared nectar of the fruits of royal trees with them. She smiled, took another sip. "This is really good. I can't believe I'm here." "You are a science student. Find some evidence." "Ha ha." "Do you plan to study science?" "I do. Biology. I like the microbiology. That's what I want to do. That's one of the next big worlds to explore. It really is still mostly unknown. That's what I like." "That sounds great. Sarah told me you were the boss in biology." "She corrects her science teacher all the time. She should be teaching the class." "He's a good teacher. He even says it's the sign of a true scientist to prove other scientists wrong." "Sounds like he likes you." "Susanna could get a scholarship in biology." "Certainly not for basketball." "You could." "No, I look good because our team plays with you. You don't get two Gretzkys in a team." "What kind of skis?" "He played hockey." "My dad complains that there is no Gretzky." "He's no Gretzky. You have to know hockey." "I don't have to." "You don't have to if you want to go through life forgetting history." Sarah laughed at Susanna's teacher role. Sarah loved it. She liked to provoke it. Susanna liked it too. She gave the best presentations in any class. She took them seriously, learned more than she needed to know, and recorded her practice for the presentation. Listening to her to hear if it was compelling enough to keep her audience awake. She made sure she knew as many answers as could be answered. She didn't like being easily proved wrong. Susanna has decided on biology. "I want to play basketball." "Sarah's the best. She'll get a scholarship for sure." "The girl in South Park, I think she's better. She scores more because her team is better. They win more games. You have not looked at all the data." "I might want to do martial arts." "Instead?" "I don't know. Anything but law. I still might change my mind and take over Daddy's business. I haven't decided anything. I sometimes think I should study hotel management. I really like our hotel." Mrs. Prescott laughed. "Mom doesn't think I could be a lawyer." "No, I said you wouldn't like it." "I'm also thinking about fighting." "What kind of fighting?" "Fighting against criminal injustice." "So law then." "No, I was joking. I want to fight someone other than my father." "Like karate?" "Something like that. Maybe mixed martial arts." "I have a mixed training." "Sounds like anything but university." "Until I know? Maybe I'll wait a year." "I don't know if I can relate to a fighting sport, but I want to be there." "If you aren't in another country studying rock snot or something." Susanna smiled. She had explained what that was in biology class months ago. Her presentation had been about the biological evidence that global warming was already having a detrimental effect on the environment. Rock snot had only been a small part of her presentation. "Maybe you could study journalism while you're playing basketball. You pay attention to detail." "Is that good for journalism?" "It's good for a storyteller. The serious journalists have stories to tell." "How did you come up with that?" "With what?" "That I could be a journalist." You could be anything. A unicorn? Then study biology. Mrs. Prescott had to laugh. But you were serious. Now I'm curious. And already a poet. Sarah shook her head and stood up. I'm going to her room to get changed and go to the beach. We can continue career planning later. Fine by me. Sarah took her mother by the arm and Suzanna by the hand. They walked back to the hotel. Mum thanked the girls for their company and left them at their door to go to her room. You are coming to the beach? Of course I am. Sarah and Suzanna stripped and put on their bikinis standing in front of a mirrored bathroom wall. Susanna took a little longer to get her top on than Sarah, and when she finally looked up, she found Sarah watching her in the mirror. Mirror, mirror on the wall. I say you, because you like me. I'm pretty plain looking. You have power, like your mother. That makes you the goddess and I but a mortal. Sarah laughed. You're a little crazy. I can't take this home. Well, you can't leave it here. I look like, sex. You look like heaven. Okay, I can live with that. Sarah smiled and tied up Susanna's top. Sarah and Suzanna put on light robes, once again checking their looks in the mirror. They went down to the beach to spread out their towels under the shade of a thatched sun umbrella. Susanna had never seen Mr. Prescott in a bathing suit. She did a double take when the man she was watching approached and then sat beside them. She wasn't the only woman who noticed him. He wasn't a mountain, but was about as impressive among many loose-bellied rich tourists. She looked at Sarah to see if she had noticed her staring. Most people are a little surprised. He is obsessive with training, like his daughter. Susanna had a quick look at Mrs. Prescott in her new bikini. She was also top-fit, not frightfully so like her husband or Zara, but unusually so. Then she took another look at Sarah. She knew Sarah's body from top to bottom. It was an athlete's body. Sarah was by far the best basketball player in the school. She was fast and strong and was as fit at the end of a game as at the start. Wow. Sarah laughed. Mr. and Mrs. Prescott weren't paying attention to the girls. They were catching up on the day's events. It's partly our diet. My parents never let me eat sugar. Fruits, of course, but we never had sugar or products with sugar. I'm old enough to have an ice cream if I want to. I didn't know about sugar till I was in school. Snack foods, the greatest part of most stores, nothing worth eating. I've tried a few. Don't like it. I'd rather punch faster than anyone else than eat that kind of fake food. Sorry, it's a bit of a thing with me. I like it. I could learn from you. I'm all wobbly and soft. You are not. Compared to you, I am. Don't compare yourself to me. I'm obsessive. We're a family of health and fitness nuts. I'm still going to watch out for sugar and crap. I'll have you in my head. Don't eat that. That doesn't look good. No. What about that? Let's see. No. Okay. How about this? Carrot. The other thing is exercise. I've heard. Swimming is really good. Come. I'll race you to the next island and back. The fourth wave and back. Sarah turned to ask her parents if they were joining them for a swim. Her mother had her head on her husband's chest with her eyes closed. Sarah smiled and waved to her father.